Some of us need to lay down the sword and pick up the scissors. Let me explain. In 1 Samuel, we see the story where Saul was in pursuit of David, and David caught Saul in a vulnerable moment where he could have taken his life, but instead he chose to do this. He cut the tassels off his robe. And to truly understand the significance of this, we need to go all the way back to Numbers. In Numbers is where we first mentioned the introduction of these tassels and what they were for. They were symbolic of separation, and it was a reminder of the Israelites' relationship to God and their obedience. And here are the few takeaways we can get from this passage if we really dig into it. Every earthly battle should not summons our sword. The Bible reminds us that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We are fighting against principalities of darkness. So we always have to caution ourselves if the sword is even needed or if we're just desiring to retaliate with the sword. Number 2, you'll know where your heart truly stands with God when you have the opportunity to use a sword, but instead you choose scissors. God reminds us vengeance is His. So we don't need to be looking for ways to retaliate. We don't need to be looking to ways to avenge ourselves. We don't need to be looking for ways where Satan is trying to pull us into a war that God didn't call us to fight. Number 3, a call to accountability is an act of mercy. God tells us when there's a sin destroying someone's life, we who are stronger in this area should be holding the other believer accountable. Now, I'm not talking about non-believers, but I'm talking about believers here because Saul professed to be a believer and at once was anointed. Listen, when you speak truth in love, when you set healthy boundaries, when you choose to walk away from someone who is angry in pursuit, these things not only show mercy, but they are drawing this person to accountability to let you know, I will not engage on the same level as you because I'm called to higher. And some of us in the same season right now who are facing opposition, we may need to lay down our sword and to take up the scissors. Here's a few ways you can do that. Healthy boundaries. When David found out that Saul was after him, he went into hiding and tried to get away. Sometimes we need to step away from people and environments and places that continue to try to draw us in to the sin of retaliation or vengeance. Self-control. The only way to have full self-control is through the Spirit. Stay close to God, stay in prayer, and allow the Spirit to lead you when to respond and when to back down. David cared more about Saul's soul than Saul himself did. And this is what made him a man of scissors and what made Saul a man of a sword.